Hi guys. So when I think of literacy, I think of reading and writing. And for me, the foundation of literacy was reading. So that's what I'm going to focus on and share with you guys. And this is my pathways to literacy. Starting all the way from the beginning, I remember sharing a room with my sister. And the only books on our bookshelf were Dr. Seuss books, like The Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Even though I didn't know how to read at this time, my mom told me I would sit down with a book and pretend to read, making up a story by looking at the pictures. I always thought that when I read, I looked super cool and smart. From preschool, my most vivid memory is of reading the book Brown Bear, What Do You See? I loved this book because of the red bird in the book. I thought it was the prettiest animal from the entire book. So you can only imagine how excited I was when I was assigned the part of the red bird in the school play. It was in elementary school where my interest for reading slowly faded. The only reason I read books was because my school had a 25 book campaign where you had to read at least 25 books to go to an end of the year school picnic. I no longer read because I wanted to. I read because I wanted to go to the school picnic. On the other hand, my sister would always be reading. She loved to read. She she would read at home during her free time. And I would rather do other things like hang out with my friends or go outside. And my parents noticed I never read unless it was for homework. So they encouraged me to read. But I ultimately came to the conclusion that I didn't like to read and it wasn't fun for me. It was then that my sister gave me a book titled Homeless Bird to read. This was my first experience of not being able to stop reading. I could not put down the book. I couldn't believe I was reading for fun. I would always think about what was going to happen in the book and what was going to happen to the characters in the story. This is when I realized that it wasn't that I didn't like reading, it was that I didn't like what I was reading. When you read, it should be interesting to you. You should enjoy what you read. You should be curious about what you're reading. And you should have fun when you read. After that, I chose books that stood out to me and interested me. As I read more, I also learned more. I became interested in a variety of different topics that I wouldn't even be exposed to if it weren't for reading. I enjoyed to read. And in college, I got the opportunity to learn by reading more, by researching, by watching, by listening, and by experiencing. So this is my pathway to literacy.